Let's discuss. Hey everyone, it's Rachel back again with another video, and today I'll be checking out a new single from Dead Lakes called Strange Juice. This comes with an album announcement, their debut album, which is called Daydreamer and will be out on March 31st through SharpTone Records. Even though I'm a bit late getting to this, thank you to SharpTone for sending this over to me to get set up for the channel. I enjoy Dead Lakes very much. I've seen them live twice over the last few years. The new singles have been hitting just as much as the older stuff for me. Like 18 Weeks is an older song of theirs that I love. The EP that they did most recently I love as well. New singles have been hitting, very catchy, so that is what I'm expecting going into this new track, but you never know. I will link the music video or visualizer that I will be using in the reaction portion of this in the description, as well as any pre-orders, all of Dead Lake's social media, support links, all that good stuff. Other than that, I'm going to stop talking and we are going to get straight into it.
Driving slow, car in smoke. What happens when the lights sink slow? When there's no tread on these tires, holding me back, got me tired. Sitting here, got me thinking why.
Ooh, that bass.
It would feel like just to feel a rush. Rip you, leave you in the dust, but I'm stranded and delirious. Daydreamer, waiting in your dream world, just the open road and you eyes so big, cruel innocence can't be true. Have you ever felt your heart race? Felt my best self when I switch lanes. Sometimes the growing need change. I don't wanna be a burnout. Heartbreak, if that's ever how it turned out. Heart race, tell me if I'm heading the wrong way. Would it be better if I stayed? I don't wanna be a burnout. Heartbreak, it's how it always turns out. It only hurts you lonely. You will be happier lonely. In the dark, still dreaming. I only ever want.
We keeping it interesting.
Tripping, making waves in the daydream. Now I'm spinning back, still I'm dizzy. Keep myself lost, chasing six rings. Can dwell on if they miss me. Have you ever felt your heart race? Felt my best self when I switch lanes. Sometimes the growing need change. I don't wanna be a burnout. Heartbreak, if that's ever how it turned out. Heart race, tell me if I'm heading the wrong way.
I'm eating this horse up.
I stay, I don't wanna be a burnout. Heartbreak, it's how it always turns out.
When I expected to take like the slower tone, bass picked up and I'm here for that.
Felt like dark days, don't wanna believe it. Heartbreak, almost gave up on dreaming. I just wanna get away, I don't wanna get even. I know that if I just stay, I'll never find my meaning. I know that if I just stay, I'll never find my meaning. I know that if I just stay, I'll never find my
Dead Lake's Strange Juice. Let's discuss. Nothing too unexpected here, maybe other than some pace, but what I look for with Dead Lakes is like that catchiness, a little bit of, I think when it comes to stuff that walks back the more like post-hardcore rock line, it gives a bit more room, or like, I don't know, a bit more space with the volume and stuff to let the bass come through in certain parts, to really focus on some of like the drumming, some fills, stuff like that, where in heavier tracks it may take me a few times to listen before I'm like, oh wow, I really like that. Where this, it feels like attention shifting is a bit different, because when it comes to stuff like Dead Lakes that I really like, I'm looking for like the big hook, the delivery on the chorus vocals to be catchy to me. Not too much else, and I don't mean that in like a bad way, like, oh, I could make this song too, because no, I could not. I think just in comparison to a lot of the other stuff I'm listening to actively, or do listen to, especially lately, as it's been more of like the hardcore style of stuff, a lot of Distinguisher, a lot of this new band called Cauldron that has a song called Futile that I really like. A lot of ass beaters, I guess is what you would say, but I love a good, solid, catchy chorus that has, or a song that has the room that I'm really talking about in this. Production sounds good for them because you can hear everything like that you need to hear. I think at times it is a bit hard for me to pick the vocals out, but with this it felt a little bit better than I think even with Stamina felt like a step in the right direction for that. So did Wrong Way. So I think with these tracks that are off of the single, but in their past, I think their vocals being something I focus on so much, the quality needed a step up a little bit, where maybe not even the quality, maybe just where those vocals were lying in the mix and stuff. It didn't seem to be hitting in some ways the way that it could for me, and I do feel like with these newer singles, they are. As I said, there's nothing really that I wouldn't expect from Dead Lakes here, but it's got what I'm looking for from them, especially, I think, throwing me for a bit of the loop when I was expecting it maybe to go down into something that has like a little bit of like a spoken or a rapped type of vocal, where it just really like picked up the pace and carried on with that same like kind of vocal delivery, rather than I think with Wrong Way, that's one that kind of experimented with some different styles, so I wouldn't be surprised if going into the record we do see a little bit more of that, which I hope that we do, because with Dead Lakes, I love what they've done. Their New Language EP that has the track Close to Me, which is the chorus on that song, it's probably bar for Dead Lakes. It's also one that like lives in somewhere in some of my favorites. I think in like a more extended version. That chorus is just so huge. It's got to do with the way the way it's sung, the lyrics themselves. I just really loved the majority of that EP anyway. Close to Me will be the highest, I think, where I compare a lot. Also, 18 Weeks is further in their discography, but that's a track for them that's top for me. So those are the things I really look for. If you know those songs, it's like those have huge moments, or like really huge choruses overall, and that is what's drawn me the most into Dead Lakes. But they do have some potential elsewhere that I'm hoping we get to see expanded on this full-length album, because like I mentioned, this will be their first album, so they've got a little bit of a discography built up, but this having the space to kind of do more with it being a full record, I am very keen to see if they'll switch things up a bit, or include anything that kind of makes me go, oh, I was not expecting that from Dead Lakes, or how they may like kind of broaden the sound that they have, or kind of widen the range, I suppose. Maybe they won't, and it will be an entire album of that kind of runs with that catchiness, with the more post-hardcore instrumentals. So like I think a lot of what I mentioned with like having that sort of it's not a solo shredding over some synth, which is like with the blast beats like going over that. It's not like super hard to pick everything out, so it will give a chance to hopefully get some more. Like the drumming on this, I was very much a fan of from the beginning. it wasn't even really, like the snare sounded good to me and stuff, but it wasn't even a matter of that, but just having a little bit of that, like, I'm not sure, it felt like a little bit more spice than some of what I've seen with Dead Lakes in their drumming particularly. So I am very keen for this album. I think I'm ready for them to kind of expand on that wrong way sound and sort of, not even the wrong way sound, but kind of seeing what directions they go in with that potential. That will be a huge point of focus for me with this record, I think, and what they've the foundation they've laid down so far. This would be pretty on brand for what I would expect from them, and I do like that the album title was dropped in this song with the release that they used to make the announcement for the album title, things like that. But I am hoping to see a little bit more range from these guys with the album. So those are my thoughts on First Listen. This will go on the playlist for me. I will be getting to know that chorus a lot more, singing along to that, just like when Wrong Way came out. That was my favorite of the singles, I think, over Stamina, and it may stay up there. That there's something in the flow of that chorus that I really have gotten into, and I love revisiting, but we'll see how it plays out. I'll let y'all know when I do take a look at this full album. So let me know what you thought in the comments. I will link the music video for Strange Juice, any pre-orders for Daydreamer, and all of the social media for Dead Lakes in the description of this video. You can also find my link tree there, which will have the Patreon. I have the poll up on Patreon for our end of the month live stream. We'll do our monthly patron only live stream with requests, all of that good stuff. I am very excited for it, and all of the other stuff in the tiers should be being worked on as well. Other than that, you can also find my Discord server invite link. The Discord server is where the community for my YouTube channel is based. We've got a lot of really wonderful people in there, music related conversation, a bunch of conversation unrelated to music as well. So if you're interested in coming to join, check out the community. That will be there. As always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.